So, what are the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur? Don't do it. You've got too much life to live. It's a lot of work, being an entrepreneur, and yeah, a lot of people will tell you not to do it, and but you got to keep going. You see the vision. You got to keep going. It is a lot of work and it's a lot of stress. But God, once you get it going, once you get a business going well, it's really amazing. The feeling is really great, and people are really impressed, and just all those things. So, what are each product's pros and cons? So, if you're thinking about selling a product or a service, what are the pros and cons of it? Can it be improved? If so, how? You should research patent applications if you're thinking of a product like that, some kind of new invention. Patent applications give a window into the future, where things are going. Have brainstorming sessions with entrepreneurial types. So you might want to join a group of fellow entrepreneurs or get together with some of your friends and do that. What's your favorite idea from these sessions? Think about that, write that down, and why. Why is that a good idea? So use that information, in other words. Getting the word out. When I was planning to move to Japan when I was 26, I told everyone I was going to go to Japan and teach English, and if I stayed for 2 years or more, I was going to start my own school. And everyone thought I was crazy, especially my father. But yeah, within 2 years, I had my first school going. I had 125 students, and I had so many students I couldn't teach them all. I had to hire an American and a Canadian, and eventually another Canadian to work with me, because it just boomed. So yeah, don't listen to other people. Listen to yourself, because they don't know. They're not you. So yeah, getting the word out. You could create a video to get the word out, to talk about your business. Have people sign up with email addresses for early access. So you're kind of creating a funnel, I guess. Promote the video on SNS, Facebook, TikTok, Tumblr, all those things. How many people signed up? Could this become a business? So if you have a lot of interest, maybe it can be a business. When I was thinking of starting the school, people are kind of asking me and asking my wife about whether we were going to start a school. And people were telling us, they'd join, they'd become students if we did. So how are people reacting to your business idea? Is it all negative, or is there some positive as well? But again, don't let the negative get you down too much. If you have a good idea, stick with it. So you could create a minimum viable product, an MVP, and ask customers what needs improvement. So you might want to give that out for free, and then ask how it can be improved. MVPs are cheap to make. You can maybe go to some factories in China or Vietnam and give them the specs and ask them to make it for you. Or with 3D printers, maybe you can even do it, anywhere at home. It's possible. So as MVPs are used, it creates validation. You have a working prototype that you can show. So then it's just a matter of scaling up. Building a business. It should be for the long term. It's so much work to get something new off the ground. If it's not for the long term, there's no point, because you're going to be really paying your dues for a year, 2, 3 years maybe. So yeah, if it's not long term, I wouldn't bother, because it's a lot of work, and you're going to work for free for a long time, I would think. So yeah, is it something you can give to your children? I actually wanted to give our English school to our kids, but none of them were interested. So I ended up teaching. I teach at universities now, but yeah, I wanted to give it off to one of my kids if they were into it, but they weren't. And fair enough. That's fine. Don't try to get rich quick. Most of those things don't work, and if it's get rich quick, it's also fail quick. So even if it's working for a bit, it's probably not going to last too long. You should try to create a high quality product, whether it's a physical thing or a service, and try to find a well-defined niche. So some more tips, some niches, or niches that are popular year-round, not too broad, not too narrow. With the internet, it's great in that if you have a narrow niche, you can find people. If you have a website with a sales page, they can find you. They can find your product. What problem will you solve? And that's a good way to think of a business. If you're making games, then it's a problem of people want to spend their time enjoying entertainment. But if it's a car part or something, maybe it's something that solves a problem that mechanics need to solve. So yeah, what problem are you going to solve? And always empathize. Sorry, empathize with customers. Source 10 business tips for new entrepreneurs, obaro.com. Yeah, please check out some of my sources because they're good for information as well.